Deep into the video, man, I want to say thank you to everybody that be watching and comment on the videos. I really know you be watching them because you comment on them, whether it's good comments or bad comments. I appreciate all the comments, you know what I'm saying, from the top to the bottom. Shout out to JoJo Freelancer, Theodore Stinson. Shout out to my man V-Star, Gas, Carlos George, Lorenzo Garcia, Mike Locklear, and Duke Nukem. Man, I be seeing all y'all boys. Sometimes I be wanting to comment. I'll be in a rush doing different little things. But I appreciate all y'all watching the videos. Like I say, from the top to the bottom. When I say the bottom, it don't mean you at the bottom. It just means, you know, you gotta make a list of the people that you can get to. And I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate every single person. Shout out to BKK Kennels, man. Or BK Kennels. I'm not sure exactly which way to go, but BKK. Shout out to BKK, man. See you doing your thing, bro. Hey. You know, I'll start to cuss, but, you know, F the haters, man. F the haters, keep doing what you do. Jesse Hines, Melvin Brown. Shout out to Pride of the Southland. My man D Slim, the OG. Working Line K9. Shout out to Working Line K9. Hey, man, we got to get you that record deal, man. We got to find you in the studio to get up here and get you that record deal. I used to DJ a little while back, bro. I know a lot of people, so if you get up in the studio, drop that track the right way, get it mixed out the right way, you know what I'm saying, I'll turn you on to the DJs I know, or whatever. So, shout out to Working Line K9 and everybody else, all the other dog men out there, man, from the top to the bottom. And you know, I never can forget the dog women, like I always say. Shout out to all the dog women, you know what I'm saying, from across the world, from the east to the west, from the north to the south. And shout out to the dog women that took that money out of the men's pocket this year, 2021, 2020. Ain't gonna take a whole lot more money out of the men's pocket. Shout out to them dog women, you know what I'm saying? Doing their thing, like I said before, across the world. It's your boy Pelican Bay Kennels, man, holding it down. Let's get to the video. It's time for that hog dog news of the day. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, the notification bell. Comment at the bottom. It's your boy Hirsch holding it down. Pelican Bay Kennels. Let's get into it.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
Alright, before I get into the dog versus battle, I got a couple things to mention. This is a question I have, and if you have the answer to it or you feel like you know the answer, put it down in the comments so I, along with other people, can learn from it. Alright, my thing is corn healthy for a dog in dog food? Is corn healthy? Because I've heard I don't have a chicken. Why do I need to feed them corn and dog food? Chickens eat corn. a dog is coming down off a wolf. Wolf eat meat. Wolves eat meat. So corn, why would the corn be healthy? Okay, then from another hand, I heard corn is the best kind of dog food. Dog food with corn in it. Cornmeal or some type of corn in it. Alright. Like if you put your opinion down in the comments or what you think the better brand is. The corn free or the food with the corn in it. And I'm quite sure we can do a census or some type of thing to see that most people, dogs that live for long periods of time into the teens, don't be getting fed the high dollar dog food. I'm not sure about that, but all in all, you need to have some type of dog food with high proteins in it, like beef, lamb, brewer's dried yeast, chicken liver meal, fish, dried eggs, lamb, bone meal, and fish meal, along with several other meat products on the market. But at the end of the day, don't focus too much on one thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't overwhelm yourself with the feed, like the feed gonna make a difference. Feed your dog some good food, and remember, think like a track star, not a bodybuilder. Eat like a track star, not a bodybuilder. And work like a track star, not a bodybuilder. Alright, the first dog up was a three-way crossbreeder from Smith and Walton's champion, Bad Billy. A three-way crossbreeding of a champion, Bad Billy. And this dog that I'm talking about today is school teacher and Sonny's Grch Shep. Grch Shep dominated multiple divisions. Starting at 37 pounds, he worked his way up to 41, winning his first at 37 in 16 minutes. His second at 39 in 26 minutes. Under the school teacher, Grch Shep won his third at 41 pounds in 55 minutes and his fourth in 54 minutes. He was sold to Sonny after his fourth hunt. Now when Sonny got the dog, it was hard for him to find hunts because of Shep's reputation. He was paid to forfeit for 3 different occasions. And when he finally got the 5th hunt, after that he retired. So after winning his 5th hunt, Grch Shep was retired. And I know he produced some great dogs, but I'm not real familiar with the dogs coming down off his line. So, you can go back and if you want to go check Grch Shep on Online Peds and see what his offspring is, you can go back and do that. Now the next dog up went by the name of Wee Willie and Little Joe, owned by Mr. Crenshaw. Mr. Crenshaw felt like he was dead game, but he really didn't like the mouth that he had. So he sold him to a guy named M&A. To make a long story short, he was sold for $600 to a man named Mr. Snakeman, who named him Pedro. Snakemans Pedro. Snakemans Pedro won his first in 37 minutes at 35 pounds. His second, he won against the famous Cupid dog that lasted over 2 hours and 47 minutes, and Cupid died while scratching. Now the third was only 2 months later, and that went for 47 minutes. The fourth went for 52 minutes. Now the fifth, those guys brought an 8-time winner named Sarge out just for Pedro. But in an hour and 47 minutes, it was all over. After gathering this reputation for Grand Champion Pedro, it was hard for Snakeman to find hunts for him. So he collected several forfeits. People, just couldn't come to the table when it came to Pedro. And Pedro was sold. He was sold to several people, including Tom Garner, which he was sold again and ended up in Canada, where he died at. Now both of these dogs are great and phenomenal dogs, but when it comes to the versus battle, Snakemans Grand Champion Pedro is going to have to win this one because, for one, he was a 9-time winner. Both of those dogs were in the same weight class, so that would have been perfect, Both dogs were in the same weight class, they could have hunted each other. Snakeman, I believe, would have out-hunted Grch Shep. Although they say Grch Shep had teeth like razor blades when it came to cutting holes and stuff like that. But I believe Grand Champion Pedro will out-hunted Grch Shep. And Grand Champion Pedro has produced more and better dogs than Grand Champion Shep over the years. So Grand Champion Pedro would have to win this versus competition battle. that goes to show you one man's trash can be another man's treasure, because Mr. Crenshaw felt like the dog was dead game, but he didn't have enough mouth to stay on his yard, so he passed the dog along. Alright, the dog ended up being a 9-time winner. 9-time winner. So that's another thing that tells you sometimes you gotta give dogs time. Give them time, don't rush them. Because what you may see right now today is not what you're gonna see tomorrow. Like the boys say, yesterday's price is not today's price. You know what I'm saying? So what you see today in this young dog is not gonna be the same thing that you see next 6 months to a year in an older dog. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification button, hit the like button, hit the comments at the bottom. I'ma join you. It's your boy Pelican Bay Kennels, fair and unbiased, giving you that hog dog news. I'm up out of here.
At 10, dog owners beware. Vets and shelters are seeing a spike in a deadly virus called parvovirus. MADAC, they're the Milwaukee Area Domestic Animal Control Commission, has seen 15 cases in just the last month. Ben Jordan live at MADAC with what dog owners need to know. Ben?
Steve, this is pretty scary. Parvovirus could kill your pet in less than 48 hours. And tonight, MADAC tells me that both puppies and unvaccinated dogs are at risk. 15 dogs in the Milwaukee area sick with parvovirus is a frightening thought for people like Judy Perala, who brought their furry companions to the dog park tonight.
Wary, very, you're going to take more interest in how the dog is feeling. Probably don't want to bring them to the dog park during this time.
MADAC says parvovirus is fairly common this time of year as it's passed through feces from one dog to another. It affects their internal organs, sadly to the point where those organs shut down. How does that make you feel?
I will go call my vet and ask to what prevention I can take.
MADAC Outreach Coordinator Kathy Schillinglaw calls the recent uptick in cases alarming, especially considering how quickly the disease spreads.
Multiple times a day, sometimes every other day, and we're seeing litters of puppies coming in with parvo, so it definitely is a spike.
Schillinglaw says puppies are most at risk, followed by older dogs that aren't up to date on vaccinations.
For most people, if you go to your vet regularly and you keep up with your vaccines, you do not have anything to worry about. It's people with very young puppies that maybe have just had one vaccine or no vaccine, or if you haven't been vaccinating your pet routinely.
And unfortunately, MADAC tells me there is no cure to this virus. Treatment is available. However, it can cost up to several $1,000s. Symptoms for this illness include vomiting and diarrhea. Reporting live outside of MADAC, Ben Jordan, today's TMJ4.
Got to be proactive. Ben, thank you.